most of the stuff seems to boil down into this metalcore genre.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some bands, you just did a review for the As I Lay Dying album, and you liked it. You liked it, and that's fine, because As I Lay Dying is kind of, I would put them at the top of the metalcore pecking order, to the point where they're a band that could break out and make real music.
Yeah.
I still don't think they are, but they could.
But well, the reason why I liked it was because, and one thing that really stood out to me in the album was that not only did they didn't have that many breakdowns, first of all.
Okay.
Which I liked and appreciated, and also on top of that, they actually had guitar solos, which you will never find on a Muir album or
sure you will when it goes.
Yeah, for 2 seconds.
They play one string for 2 seconds. Yeah.
So, things like that kind of.
Hey man, it's a respect.
Have me open.
It's a respect. It's a respect. R-E-S-P-S. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. Had an Adam Sandler moment there.
If you ever need to learn how to spell respect, just ask Tyler, because he has it on his wrist.
Right.
So you can always just ask him to raise his hand, and he'll help
you spell it BLINK182.
Another band that I think that you don't need to bother with is...
remember, that's what we're talking about, bands that you never need to bother with.
Yeah, In This Moment.
Now, In This Moment fills a really weird void in the music business. Not a void so much as like a niche in the music business that has been a topic between us a lot, where you take their lead singer, Maria Brink, I believe is her name. She's got a good body. And that's about all the band has.
Yeah.
They trot her out on stage. I think I've seen them twice at various Ozfests. They trot her out on stage wearing the skimpiest outfit, not even like tight, skimpy. I mean, we're talking, like, she came out in some Alice in Wonderland dress the last time I saw her, and I mean, her tits are out, her legs are out. I mean, if she had on any fewer clothes, they would have, thrown her in jail.
Yeah.
And that's all they have.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
Yeah, right.
Now, to go off on a tangent for a second, I've been having this conversation back and forth with the guy from the band Thristana that I reviewed.
Okay.
And I kind of asked him, in conversation, if, their lead singer, again, very beautiful woman, I asked if, they feel a lot of disrespect towards her because, a lot of metal fans, they see a chick on stage and it's just, show us your tits.
Yeah.
And he said that really it can work in your advantage, obviously, if you put a beautiful woman out front and you dress her in a provocative costume, because then people go, oh, look, let me watch them because she looks hot.
Yeah.
Then if she can sing, then you're already 10 steps ahead of the competition.
Right.
Look at Christina Scabia, perfect example.
That's exactly what
She's
I was saying.
completely hot and really good on the vocals. So Lacuna Coil gets popular because she's hot, but then can back it up with talent.
Yeah.
Now, In This Moment, exact opposite.
Yeah.
She comes out and you go like, oh, she's pretty hot, and then she starts growling.
Yeah, I was going to say, I actually listened to some of their new album, Blood, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even sit through it to write a review for it.
There's just nothing going on there.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep... They sold a lot of albums first week because she's hot, and, it's like I wrestled a bear once. It's the same basic thing.
It's funny, I actually had them on my list as well.
No, I was saying I actually wrestled a bear once.
Did you win? I must have won your game.
No, I didn't win. But you should have seen the other guy.
Yeah.
I actually threw... No, the other guy I threw at the bear. I got away. But, well, those are great examples of bands that are just shitty.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about one that is the cream of the crap.
Okay.
One of the worst bands out of all the bad bands.
Okay.
And all I have to say, I don't even know if we really need to talk about them. All I could say is, ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
And I think that pretty much sums up the reign of Disturbed.
Yeah.
And, I think they're on hiatus now, I think I read, so I'm glad. Maybe they won't make another album. But monkey metal has just never been...
Yeah, I don't... I remember that when we saw them at the show that we worked at.
Oh, right, that show, yeah.
And besides that, I never would have thought I'd ever see Disturbed live.
That was such a terrible lineup.
Yeah.
So many, a couple good bands. What did we see? Chimera, Killswitch, and Lacuna Coil?
They were the main four, but they also had the outside before that during the day. It was like a little festival. And they had a bunch of mixed bands. Most were hardcore, though, the ones that were outside.
Yep.
And then... we did see... No, were they there? There was a young band there.
Yeah. Man. Crooked X.
Yeah.
Crooked X, yeah.
They were a little different.
They were impressive.
Yeah, for their age,
but
too.
they were really out of place because they were just kind of a standard rock band with some good solos and good guitar parts, but they were really out of place because we saw Bury Your Dead. Bury Your Dead was there.
They were there, and
a lot of shitty hardcore.
Yeah. But
yeah, Disturbed is just. I don't think we need to say anything more about them, really.
They put me to sleep, and they had such a long. They played for like 2 hours. I feel like, wasn't it a long time?
Yeah, they played for a long time.
At least an hour and a half.
The thing with them is, and I remember working at another music store, and we carried like the signature guitar of the guy in Disturbed. And when you listen to their music, there's really no reason for him to have a guitar at all.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of it's just like dun 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 dun, and it's doesn't make any sense. And it's not. I mean, and again, we've had this conversation before because on a very early podcast, I think the title of it was "Pretenders to the Throne," where we took all of these bands and kind of isolated them and said, if you like them, that's cool, but don't call it metal.
Right.
And that's basically what we're saying now, except maybe with a little more oomph behind it, saying that they're not metal, and if you like them, I can't understand why you would waste your time.
Yeah, it's not even the fact of what genre they are. Just I don't understand why people enjoy this stuff.
Because there's so many great bands out there.
Yeah. Like, why waste your time on these bands when you could check out others?
Well, think about in this moment, you have like the growling, stupid female vocals. If you want that, listen to Arch Enemy.
Yeah.
Because even I'm not an Arch Enemy fan.
Yeah.
I know you are, but I'm not. But Angela Gasso is fucking amazing.
She is.
And her singing voice is great. She does the growls better than most dudes in metal.
Mm-hmm.
She's nice to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got it all, and that band builds around that, and that's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
In this moment, I wrestled a bear once. They're only hoping. They're dreaming if they think they're going to get to that point.
And a lot of bands are just doing stupid shit to try to get noticed, like a bunny, a bear, or whatever.
The Bunny the Bear, yeah, that's right.
Wearing masks and having... They're like the retarded version of 3 Inches of Blood. The only reason I say this is because I picture the vocals.
Yeah, the high vocals and the ground.
And the lower, I mean, not that they sound anything alike, but...
and again, if that's what you want to waste your time with, it's like so many political issues. If you want to, I'm not for or against same-sex marriage. If you want to do that, that's cool. Go have fun on your own, right? So it's like that. If you want to listen to the Bunny the Bear, you do that in your house where no one can hear you.
Yeah.
And don't talk to me about it because I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. And people, again, we've mentioned this before, but we work in music store.
Yeah.
And people come in and they're like, yeah, man, you got that Bunny the Bear album? And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, it's hard not to just mouth off.
Or laugh.
Sometimes I do. But, like, the last guy was like, yo, I'm looking for the Bunny the Bear. And I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
And then they get really pissed when you take them over to, like, the pop rock section.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, man, they're metal. No. No.
Get out.
Get out. But, that's my major problem with all these bands.
Yeah.
They just make it look bad for metal in general.
Mm-hmm. And most of them are just, like I said, just trying to, I feel like they're just looking for the easy way to get noticed, get famous by, sticking with simple things, like, simple breakdowns and whatnot, and just trying to overdo them, or dressing
try to make
up,
a career on it.
Yeah, or dressing up some naked chick, and putting her out on stage and things like that. It's just...
look at System Divide when we saw them live. I think we mentioned them last week.
Yeah, we did.
Saw them live, and you liked the girl. She was nice to look at, but she could sing.
Yeah, she could sing.
But the rest of the band was horrid.
Yeah.
So they're trying to base their career on trotting her out and going, okay, look good for the audience, make kissy faces.
Yeah.
That just sucks. If you don't have the talent to back it up, then it sucks for the girl to be the front person of that band.
If we get to see them again, I'm going to tell her that she should... leave that band and join us.
Just come on the podcast.
Yeah. We need a hot female here.
We do. We haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
Any other ones you wanted to mention? Or are you just getting sick of the shit?
No, I mean, I could go on for hours and hours. I think we both could.
Yes. Yes, we could. Because we didn't even talk about Lotus Circle or that other band, the one from Russia. Fuck, I always forget their name.
No, but these are just, like I said, some of the commercial bands that we wanted to mention to you guys. If you never heard of some of these bands, that's great. Leave it at that. You don't need to hear about them. But Daryl, there is one thing that I'd like to close out here with as we're winding down on time.
Well, hang on. Can I just interrupt you here? Speaking of female singers,
okay, yeah.
Draconian got their new
that's right.
female singer. They announced her. I guess she did a song with them for a tribute album. I don't remember who the tribute is to, but that song is available online, so if you want to check it out, I don't remember what it's called either. I know I'm doing a really good job reporting this, but her name, she's from South Africa, and her name, I so apologize, her name is, it's either Heike or Heike Langhans.
Okay.
And she had another band that I can't remember the name of right now, and her other band I'm not so sure about, but I think she's got the right voice for the job. So
well, that's good. That's what I was worried about was, can they find someone up to par, you know?
Apparently she doesn't sound like Lisa Johansson did, but they're very excited about it. They said they went through hundreds of applications and checked videos in previous bands, and they said that they're going to get writing, get recording, and get something going with this new singer and touring. They're planning a big tour. Maybe
America.
America.
Probably not.
So anyway, what were you rambling on about?
Well, I just wanted to close out with a quick clip that I love, and it goes like this. I wanna be with you.